My name is Henry. I am a beggar. I sit near the big temple every day. People come and go. Some give me coins. Some give me food. Some don't even look at me. I wear old clothes. My shirt has holes. My slippers are torn. I sleep on a piece of cloth under a tree. The ground is my bed. The sky is my roof. I don't remember when I last slept on a soft bed. I don't remember when I last ate a full meal. Every morning, I wake up when the sun comes up. My bones hurt, my back aches. But I smile, I am still alive. I go to the temple gate and sit there. I fold my hands. I say Ram Ram to the people who pass by. Some people give me coins. Some give me rice or a banana. I keep the food in a small plastic bag. I eat a little and save the rest for night. Once a child came and gave me a biscuit. He smiled at me. That smile made me feel warm. I wanted to cry. Children are kind. They don't look at my dirty clothes. They don't ask me why I am here. They just smile. I watch the world from the footpath. People walk fast, cars go by. Everyone is busy. No one sees me. I am like a stone on the road. I am there, but I don't matter. But I was not always like this. I had a home, I had a family, I had dreams. I was not born on the street. I was born in a small village in Uttar Pradesh. My father was a farmer. My mother used to cook food for us and take care of the house. We were poor, but we were happy. I studied in a government school. I loved maths. I wanted to become a teacher one day. My father used to say, Henry, study hard, you will make us proud. I believed him. But when I turned 14, everything changed. One year there was no rain, our crops dried up, we had no money. My father borrowed some money from a moneylender. But we couldn't pay it back. The moneylender started threatening us. My father became silent. One morning, I saw him sitting under a tree. He was crying. He never cried before. That night he drank poison. He died in front of me. My mother screamed. I couldn't believe it. My world broke. After that, things went bad very fast. We had to sell our land to pay the loan. We had no income. My younger sister stopped going to school. My mother fell sick. She had no medicine. I came to the city to find work. I thought I will earn money and save my family. But the city was cruel. I worked in a small hotel for a while. They gave me food and a little money. But one day the hotel owner slapped me for breaking a glass. I left the job. After that, I searched for work. I slept at the railway station. I walked for hours in the sun. I begged for water. People looked at me like I was garbage. Slowly, I lost hope. I had no home, no job, no one. That's how I became a beggar. The street became my home. I started living near the temple. There were other beggars, too. Some were old, some were sick. Some were like me, alone and lost. At first, I was shy. I felt shame in asking for food. But hunger is stronger than shame. I sat near the temple steps with an old bowl. When people came out after prayer, I would fold my hands and say, "Please help." Some gave me coins, some gave food, some just walked away. One man once said, "Go work, lazy man." I wanted to tell him I tried. I didn't want this life, but I kept quiet. I learned to survive. I ate leftover food. I drank water from the temple tap. I bathed once in a week when I found clean water. I washed my clothes under a hand pump. Nights were hard, it got cold. I had only a thin shawl. Sometimes it rained. And I got wet. I would sit under a broken shed and shiver. One night, an old beggar beside me died in his sleep. No one came to take his body for hours. I was scared. I thought, one day this will happen to me too. But something kept me going. Maybe hope. Maybe the memory of my mother and sister. I often thought about them. Were they alive? Were they safe? Did they think about me? I didn't know, but I was too weak, too poor, too far to go back. Still, I told myself, one day, Henry, things will change. One morning, I was sitting outside the temple as always. I had not eaten for 2 days. My stomach was empty. My head was heavy. I felt dizzy. I thought I might faint. Suddenly, a woman came near me. She was wearing a simple sari. She looked kind. She gave me a packet of food and a bottle of water. I looked at her and said, "Thank you." She sat beside me. "What is your name?" she asked. "Henry," I said softly. She asked me more questions. "Why are you here? Do you have a family?" I told her everything. From my father's death, to my failed search for work, to becoming a beggar. She listened quietly. She didn't judge me. She just nodded. Then she said, "My name is Rumi. I work with a small NGO. We help people like you. Would you like to come with me?" I was shocked. No one ever said such a thing to me. I asked, "Will I get food?" She smiled, "Yes, food, clothes, and maybe a job if you try." I looked around. I saw other beggars sleeping on the ground. I thought of my dead friend who never woke up. I said, "Yes, I will come." That one yes changed everything. She took me to a shelter home. I had a bath after many days. I got clean clothes. I ate 2 full meals. I slept on a real bed. I cried that night, not because I was sad, but because I felt human again. At the shelter home, everything felt new. I woke up early. I helped clean the hall. I washed my clothes. I stood in line for breakfast. The food was simple, dal and rice, but it felt like a feast to me. Rumi came to the shelter every week. She always smiled. She asked how we were doing. She brought books, soap, and sometimes sweets. One day she said to me, "Henry, would you like to work?" I said, "Yes, I will try." She took me to a man who ran a small tea stall. The man looked at me and said, "Can you wash glasses and serve tea?" I nodded, "Yes, I can." That day, I started working again. It was not a big job, but I felt proud. I was no longer begging, I was earning. I saved small coins every day. I kept them in a cloth pouch. I wanted to send money to my mother and sister. I didn't know where they were, but I told Rumi. She said, "Don't worry, we will try to find them." Weeks passed, I worked hard, I made tea. I cleaned, the tea stall owner liked me. He said, "You are honest, I trust you." One evening, Rumi came with a piece of paper. She said, "Henry, we found your mother and sister. They live in a nearby village." My heart jumped, I couldn't speak. She said, "We will take you there this Sunday." On Sunday, I wore my cleanest shirt. My hands were shaking. When I saw my mother, I cried. She hugged me tightly. My sister was taller now, she also cried. That day, I felt whole again. I was no longer just a beggar. I was a son, a brother, a man with hope. Today, I still work at the tea stall. I have a small room. I eat 2 meals a day. I visit my mother every month. And I help other people on the street. just like Rumi helped me, because I know how it feels to be hungry, cold, and forgotten. But I also know how it feels to be saved by kindness. The end.